What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Denver Nugget fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I'll be doing a live play-by-play, live scoreboard, and calling my San Antonio Spurs versus a pretty loaded Denver Nuggets team that we lost to the other night. So hopefully the Spurs can play well tonight. A big night for the NBA is every single team is playing today. I think I saw that, and that's pretty crazy. For the San Antonio Spurs, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, Jakob Poeltl, Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, Devin Vassell back in the starting lineup. And oh my goodness, do the San Antonio Spurs need him? For the Denver Nuggets, going to be Jamal Murray, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. Can the Spurs find a way to stop Nikola Jokic? Nope. But can they stop the rest of the team? That's going to be the key. Jokic is going to get his points. Can the Spurs do their best to stop the rest of the Nuggets and get off this losing streak? The Spurs have lost 3 games in a row. They got a really brutal schedule this week. Let's see what happens. And, as always, go Spurs, go! Hey, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it. It is fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious, and it does help the channel. Good evening, RH. Good evening, Kyle. And hoping for a good game. This is in San Antonio. The Spurs are wearing their solid black jerseys with white lettering. I still prefer the more tried and true traditional jerseys, but I'm pretty old school. The seats where I'll be sitting in December look like they have some room. So, well, if the Spurs keep losing, my tickets will be cheaper when I get them. There is that. But I'd rather they win. Players are on the court, and away we go. Spurs win the jump ball, and Jeremy Sohan out in three-point land to start us off. Gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson looking to get in Poeltl in the post. Can Jakob Poeltl have a big game against Jokic? We'll see. Poeltl back to Keldon. Keldon misses a jumper. Jeremy Sohan gets the offensive board. Gets it to Trey Jones. Trey Jones with the runner, and that is good. And the Spurs are on the board first. Mr. Z, good evening. Glazing Bacon, Linden, Brian, great weekend. Roy, good evening. Had a really good weekend. I got a lot going on this week. Elections tomorrow, getting better with a buddy. Got some other stuff going on, and a foul on the Spurs, and we might have an and one for Aaron Gordon, and we do. Gordon going to the line. It's good. I like this light schedule for the Spurs. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just 3 games. Gives me 4 days off. Unfortunately, I'm already seeing the same pattern I've seen with the Spurs. I appreciate you guys being here, of course. But as the Spurs start to lose, I already see my recaps. I slap it. I'm like, wow, the views go down, but they go down about 20% with every Spurs loss. The Spurs lost 3 times last week. It's all good. I still like doing them. And I know there's some of you that enjoy them as well. Spurs ball, Keldon Johnson, little pick and roll, bounce pass off of a Nuggets leg. That's going to be a kickball. Would be Spurs ball. Daniel Barry, good evening. Yeah, oh, that's right. These are the throwbacks. Kyle, I'm not used to calling these 9:30. These are the throwbacks. I didn't even wasn't pick up on that. Devin Vassell for 3. Devin Vassell picking up right where he left off the last 2 games. Vassell has been on fire. Could this time away from the game with his injury, he was out, I think, 4 games, actually have maybe done him some good. He is shooting. He's playing the best basketball I've ever seen him play. The last 2 games, and we'll see what he does tonight. It is Nuggets ball. Michael Porter Jr. gets into Jokic. Jokic in the post against Poeltl. Will get the jumper and another and one. I mean, that kind of night for the Spurs. Back-to-back and ones. I'm rocking the Keldon. Yeah, I'm pretty consistent. When I go to San Antonio next month, I think I'm going to wear David Robinson on David Robinson bobblehead night. And I might actually get the bobblehead that night. One of my viewers is at the game tonight, and they said he had a bobblehead. They didn't give out the slip. They actually gave him the bobblehead. So I'm hoping Mr. Robinson, I can get his bobblehead the night of. And then I'll probably, for the other game I go to, wear I got to wear Keldon. I got to wear a current player. I was thinking Robinson and Duncan. I'm like, no, let me at least wear KJ one day. It's my favorite current Spur. Devin Vassell quickly being one of my favorite Spurs with the ball right now. Passes across court. Trey Jones passes up the 3, gets it to Keldon. Keldon's going to drive to the paint. Little runner layup is good, and he gets an and one. Oh my goodness, it's going to be that kind of night. The refs are calling fouls on everything, and I don't like that even when it's beneficial to my team. Just let them play. Yeah, Sol 77. This is later than normal. Usually the Spurs games start around 8 p.m. Eastern for me. This one's a late one, but I was like, I'm only doing 3 games this week. They only play 3 games this week. Call the game. Keldon makes the free throw. It is 8-6. Really, Lyndon? What's up with James Wiseman? Is he out? I haven't followed the Warriors at all. I know they're not playing well. For NBA defending NBA champions, they're playing terrible. We have a pull-up three by KCP, and that three is no good. Devin Vassell with the rebound. What's their deal? Are they dealing with a lot of injuries? The Golden State Warriors? I've not been following them at all. I just know they're losing. Vassell passes out to Trey Jones for three. In and out, Burger. And the rebound falls into Sohan's hand. Sohan's going to kick it out to Keldon Johnson. It's a Pirtle to Johnson. Three! Sohan to Pirtle to Johnson. The Spurs have taken way many more threes than usually. Devin Vassell gets a steal and then almost gets fouled. Spurs on the fast break to get it up. And Keldon Johnson with the thunder dunk of justice. Spurs up 13-6 and looking good to start off the game. Can they keep this momentum going? KJ with 8 points already in the first 2.5 minutes. Holy crap, this game is high scoring. Jokic. 1-on-1 with Pirtle. And he's going to drop the ball off to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray missed a ton of time last year. Didn't he do an injury or did he miss all of last year? I know he was injured. I just can't remember when he was injured. Spurs get the ball after the miss. Devin Vassell, little pick and roll. Vassell starts to take off. Pull-up jumper. And that one's a little off. No good. Still, Devin Vassell's ability to create his own shot has been incredible. And Jeremy Sohan with the rejection on Aaron Gordon. No. Back the other way, Sohan out in three-point land, starts to drive, gets into the paint, and loses the ball. I like the effort. The execution is not quite there, but this is a 19-year-old teenager in his first NBA season, so I'm not going to beat him up too much. As down the other way, Michael Porter Jr., MPJ with the three to make it 13-9. Spurs going to be relevant juggernaut 3 years from now? I hope so, Polo style. Man, I hope so. Christian good evening. Go Spurs, go to you. Trey Jones out in three-point land. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Starts to drive, gets to the baseline, kicks it out to Jeremy Sohan, who's open for three, and it's an in-and-out burger for him. Sohan has been really struggling with his three-point shot for most of the season. Teams are going to leave him open, much like Trey Jones last year. To his credit, Trey Jones is a much better three-point shooter this year. Sohan, I'm sure, will develop his three-point shot in his career, but right now he obviously needs a lot of work. Jokic, double team in the paint. We'll kick it out to Jamal Murray. Murray one-on-one with Vassell, 4 on the shot clock. Murray crossover dribble, starts to drive, throws it up high off the glass, and nice layup. 13-11, under 8 minutes to go. Yes, they are, Eric. It is good at 2K, but fast starts can evaporate quickly. Trey Jones into Jakob in the paint. Jakob with an awkward, well, not awkward, just got under the rim and couldn't make the shot. Gets fouled, though. He'll go to the line for 2, and this has been not just a job, an adventure. Whenever Jakob Poeltl goes to the free throw line, you never know what's going to happen. Usually he's going to miss them. Where's the Wrench Gang at tonight? We got any Wrench Gang? Glaze and Bacon, the only one represented? Oh, really small crowd tonight. Are the Spurs fans already checked out on the season? I'm not trying to be negative. It's just every year, as soon as the Spurs start losing, I see the streams go down, the videos go down. It's like everybody's hyped up. They lose a few games, and then I get a bunch of tank for Wendy comments, and everybody disappears. Home Depot, Ace Hardware. You missed them both. Jakob. I think he's missed like his last 6 free throws in a row. He's on a streak and not a good one. Jamal Murray out three-point land. Pick and roll. Jokic back to Jokic. Jokic with the runner in the paint. No good. Sohan with the rebound. Ball gets poked out. It's going to stay with the Spurs. I do too. 2 mangoes. A lot of NBA analysts picked them to finish, I think, dead last in the Western Conference. I don't think they're going to be that bad. They're obviously surprising a lot of people. Had a 3-game winning streak. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now, which was very similar to last year. They were very streaky. They got all their players back for the most part. Maybe we can get something going again this week. Johnson to Devin Vassell. Vassell in the paint gets the ball stripped, and that is going to be a turnover. This Spurs team has been a little turnover prone the last few games. As Jakob Poeltl with a block on Jamal Murray, going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs 13-11. Hey, Jeremy Science, multi-haired haircut. I was at Home Depot today. I had to buy a winterizer for my... Really? Phil? Phil, in regards to the ticket, please don't feel bad at all. The one positive, there's always a silver lining, is while the seats would have been awesome for you and I, where they were, and seeing where the seats are, I noticed the backboard is like right where we'd be sitting. And that wouldn't obstruct our view, but it would obstruct the view of people looking for me out in the crowd, I think. So, like, you know what? I'm going to sit somewhere between the 5th and 10th row behind the Spurs bench. I probably should buy my tickets soon, but if they keep losing, which I hope they don't, I got to think the tickets on prices are going to go down and they're going to be more and more available as time progresses. But I don't want to wait till the last minute and not be able to get a good ticket either. So I'll probably pick up my tickets this week. But I'm really looking at somewhere between row 6 and 10, unless I can get a really steal of a deal on a row even closer. Those seem like they're really good seats. I'll be able to see everything, and you guys will be able to see me yelling, "Dunk the ball, Jakob!" when he does his little Olay stuff. Spurs ain't doing bad this year. Well, dude, the Lakers. The Lakers are. I'm actually gonna probably do a video on the Lakers. I've told you guys I want to do more NBA videos. Obviously, the Spurs are my main focus, but I have an idea for Lakers video I want to do. I was like, why not? I mean, having more diverse NBA content, not necessarily a bad thing for your channel. So I got an idea I want to maybe do tomorrow or no, tomorrow I got the election in my buddy's house. Later in the week, maybe Thursday. Yeah, maybe Thursday. Hey, dude, things happen, man. If anybody's know what we're talking about, I was going to go to the game with Jeremy Sohan's multi-head haircut. We had some banging seats, but they were going to get from somebody, comp seats. Something came up, he can't do it, and that's totally fine. I'm still going to have banging seats, and you guys will be able to see me sitting right behind the. I'm sure I'll be visible where I'm going to be a lot in the game, and hopefully the Spurs bench doesn't turn around and tell me to shut up at some point. Mile, I had a long day too, man. Mondays were always crazy busy at my job, but even more so today. It was nuts. Yes, you did, Kyle. Yes, you did. I don't follow the Cavs much, Eric. I really don't know who the team to beat is out of the Eastern Conference. I guess anybody. So maybe. I know they're really, really big. At least from last year, like a really big lineup, and that a lot of teams can't handle that. Jokic in the post right now, posted up like it's 1954. Jump, a little hook is a little short one. The foul, not going to get it. Son of Scar, my whole fan, let's go Spurs is right. Yes, go to 2K. I plan on having a San Antonio Spurs Texas trip playlist as the Spurs almost turned the ball over. Nice save by Kellen Johnson to tip it to Trey Jones. Trey Jones over to Devin Vassell. Vassell running into the paint. Stops, take a very difficult shot off the glass. No good. I like the shot creation. They're just not going down as much as they have in the last two games. But I'm going to do like a vlog go to 2K. No, Zach, I don't. I do get 13 paid holidays, though. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Good. I used to have 12 paid holidays, but Juneteenth, they just added on to the calendar to Connecticut starting next year. So I will have 13 paid holidays. That's more holidays than there are months in a year. That's a good ratio. So, throwing that out there. Spurs feel like they haven't scored in a couple minutes. I feel like they've been stuck on 13 a while. Kelman's going to drive from three-point line, gets into the paint, drives by the entire defense, and Kellen Johnson with the layup. Kellen has shown a great ability to create and get to the paint and score. Probably our best finisher at the rim. He's got a great three-point shot. Obviously, finished the rim. And Jokic throws down a two-handed dunk as Jakob Pearl fell asleep somewhere in the paint. I don't know what happened with him. Easy bucket for Jokic, but Kellen definitely our best finisher. Just once he gets that in-between game, that mid-range game down, he's going to be lethal. Devin Vassell takes a 3. Good! First Spurs fan right here. BC, I'm not going to say no to a day off. Murray pulls up for the jumper. Good. Jamal Murray, not DeJounte. He's not on the team. They do look like they're playing Spursy basketball, Zach, but I think a lot of that has to do with the starting lineup is back together for the first time in quite some time. Trey Jones, baseline jumper, no good. We had Keldon missed the game. Devin missed 4 games and was coming off the bench. This is our starting lineup, and this is obviously probably our best starting lineup. Is that's going to be a miss, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Nuggets. 18-all with about 4.5 minutes of change to go. Leonardo, I did a video on that. Man, they were at 13 for over 4 minutes. All right, thank you, Phil. I felt like they were stuck on 13 for way too long. Hey, maybe I can ask Michelle Beadle out while I'm in San Antonio. How you doing? Huh. Huh. Not bad on the eyes. Basketball fan. Works for me. That pull-up jumper by KCP, who the Lakers could surely use right now, is good. But Leonardo, I think that's half a dozen in one, six in the other. I really don't know between the two. They both have very good, strong points in their game. I like. I think Devin might have the higher defensive ceiling. Keldon may have the higher offensive ceiling. I'm not sure that it's a kickball again. I'm Hispanic. Where am I? I'm not touching that, but I see what you're saying. Leave it at that. Josh Richardson checking in for San Antonio's Trey Jones coming out. Jay Rich has been pretty much. He's going to be our backup point guard, which is not his natural position. And you saw last week he struggled a lot. Didn't had one of his worst weeks. Had his worst week of the season, but as a Spur, probably the most he's struggled in quite some time. They'll get the ball into Jay Rich. Jay Rich will dish it over to Kellen. Kellen fakes the three. Back over to KBD, who's open for three, and that is no good. Keita Bates-Diop has been playing, doing the KBD things he does, just playing a very solid role player basketball and occasionally making some great. Here's another. We had a lot of kickballs in this game. Kickball by KBD. Kellen good at finishing, not at mid-range. Bacon, yeah, pretty much there. Devin's not the finisher Kelman is, but he's shown an ability to finish at the rim. I do think that they could be a very solid foundation to build around. Keldon and Devin, that is. Who is this checking in? Is that Charles Bassey? I've only seen him play once. It is. Holy crap. Okay. Zach Collins is out. I guess Gorgie Charles Bassey getting some early playing time for the Spurs tonight. Charles Bassey sighting. Odyssey, good evening. And we're going to have an offensive foul on the Spurs. Eric, a lot of people are asking me if the Cow, because this is a Spurs channel, which means I have a lot of Cowboys subscribers, if the OBJ to the Cowboys makes sense. I don't think he's going to be the locker room nightmare he was early in his career, but he's had two torn ACLs. You got to wonder, is he still even remotely the same player he was even just last year? I don't know. And now a turnover for offensive foul on the Nuggets. Okay. The World Cup is around the corner. Bassey's nickname? I don't know. I got nothing. And now turnover for the Spurs. Wow, this game is getting sloppy. Our offensive foul on Charles Bassey. Chucky B. Nuggets ball up by 2. Jokic, one-on-one with Bassey. Whips it across the court. 3-point attempt is no good by Bones. McBuckets brings it up for the Spurs. Gets it to KJ. JJ back over to KJ. Back over to Jay Rich. Jay Rich just going to launch a long 3. All right. That's more like it, Josh Richardson. English fail me? Maybe. And no defense for the Spurs as an easy bucket by KCP in the paint. Whoops. Doesn't work like that, Rich. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Kelly back the other way. Drives into the paint. Gets it off the glass. And 1. Kelman has, I think, half of the Spurs points right now. Yeah, Zach, he's definitely a possession receiver. I mean, he might be able to produce at that spot, but he's not the guy you're going to dump it off and he's going to take it 80 yards to the house. Those days are long over with 2 torn ACLs. If he can come back, even if for the Cowboys, not a Cowboys fan, but if he can get back on the field, I'll be happy to see him play again. And it's too bad he was such a knucklehead early in his career. Huge knucklehead, and of course the injuries, just nightmare. Bassey Mania running wild. T-Flat, I haven't done this. Go Spurs, go. We're up. Thoughts on the World Series? Didn't watch 1 minute of it. I don't really have a thought. Kellen top runner for most improved player? Yeah, he should be in the conversation. Problem is, you look at his numbers and they're good, but there's so many players putting up ridiculous numbers right now. Like, I feel like there's 10 guys averaging over 30 points per game because there's no defense this year. I got you, Kyle. I know the Astros won. I honestly didn't watch. Literally didn't watch 1 second of it. Congratulations to their fan base. To have any in the chat, if there's anybody that's a fan of the Astros, I'm sure this feels good. No controversy around it, which is always nice. Nobody calling, a legit World Series win, which they needed. Vamos, Michael Porter Jr. I can't say that. What do you think of Magic's 30th anniversary? Oh, the prune. The set is abysmal. The worst product they've ever made. They're charging $1,000 for 4 packs of proxies. An absolute disaster. What a disgrace of a product to your fan base, your loyal fan base. This product not for everyone tagline is BS. I could understand if this product was $100, and I know they gave some away or ton away to the VIP Las Vegas goers. Terrible product. $100 max for 4 packs, or they should just proxied out the whole darn beta set and sold it like a collector's edition. If it was the whole beta set for maybe $1,000, I wouldn't buy it, but at least I would get it. But for terrible product, terrible, terrible, terrible. Hey, by the way, do you guys know if I assume they have these, but at the San Antonio Spurs gift shop, can I get like a little like stuffed coyote, like like this big that I can hold on to during the game? I got to get something while I'm there. Kellen Johnson will be at the line for a free throw, trying to convert the 3-point play, and I think he has 11 points tonight. Missed the free throw though. Luke, good evening to you. George getting his trip. I think Jay Richard, Doug McDermott will be gone before the All Star break. At least one. It just makes sense. They're not here long term. They can help a playoff contender, which I know we're in the mix, but the goal is not. The goal is to compete, but we're not going to the NBA Finals. Oh, then again, who the hell knows? What stranger things have happened is Michael Porter Jr. with the runner in the paint. Definitely. Okay. Jakob, who's going to play at center though? Zach Collins to start. He's dealing with a calf injury, I think, right now. Jay Rich bounce pass to Charles Bassey. Bassey almost loses the ball. Gets it over to Kellen Johnson. Johnson out 3-point land. Pulls up and just launches a three. No good. The shot clock may have been running down. A taxidermied coyote. I don't want that. I don't think I could put that on the plane. That baseline three is no to the good for Bruce Brown. It is Spurs ball. Jay Rich will bring it up for San Antonio. They are down by 1 point with under 2 minutes to go. Dougie McBucket together with Charles Bassey getting his first real playing time with the Spurs. And KBD with the turnover. Ball goes right through his hands. He's been a little turnover prone this year in limited action, hasn't he? Keda Bates the up. Who's this? What's going on here? Anyway, Nuggets ball up by 1 minute and a half to go. I think we would be terrible without Jakob. But running Collins and Bassey, I don't think that's. Drive and kiss off the glass and a nice shot by Jeff Green. Nuggets are up by 3. Jay Rich pick and roll, starts to drive into the paint. Runner off the rim, no good. And we're going to have a foul going to the line for 2. Stop running. Stop running. There we go. Good evening, Ernie Estrada. Bassey is good enough. Is it okay to try? Yeah, I mean, Jakob has been an essential piece, but can he be the guy? First free throw is good for Jay Rich. I think with the right pieces around him, he's probably top 10 center in the NBA. That seems fair. Definitely not top 5, but top 10. More on the bottom end of the 10, but Trey Jones. I think Trey Jones' second free throws missed is the biggest question mark of the starting lineup. I like Trey. There's some things I do like about his game. Props to him for improving his 3-point shooting. He is undersized in today's NBA, and didn't he get picked on relentlessly by the Nuggets in the other night in the post? We had a jumper in the paint, no good. Foul. DeAndre Jordan going the line for 2. He's a pretty poor free throw shooter, if I remember correctly. We got that going for us. Top 6 or 7. It just what's weird with Jakob is sometimes when you see him go against some of the other top centers in the league, he gets occasionally, not always, but a lot of times gets his doors blown off. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that also shows you what a huge gap there is from the top few centers to the rest of the NBA. First free throw is good for DeAndre Jordan because he's gonna make them both now because they said he's not a good free throw shooter. Good evening, Veronica. Well, Chino, that's also something that's happening. Of course, he made them both. I said he's not a good free throw shooter. He made them both. Vamos, Spurs, vamos. Well, Luke, I 100% agree. The little floppy stuff in the paint is not acceptable. And cutting to the basket is Devin Vassell with the Thunder Dunk of Justice. Thunder Dunk of Justice! All right. Pass from Charles Bassey. 28-26. Much better than the last time these two teams played. That's a miss, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds and going to stay with the Nuggets. Win or lose, Spurs we choose. I like that. Good evening, Machine 78. Got a machine head. Better than the rest. We got Bush. Drive, and Bassey, I think, may have had a partial block. Nuggets get the ball back. Jordan says, block this, and throws it down. And he traveled. Never mind. The look on his face is priceless. He's as surprised as I am. I thought that was a beautiful dunk. Apparently he traveled. Let me take a look at the replay. Yep, he took a hop. That's a travel. He stopped his dribble, hopped, and then jumped again. And then alley-oop to Charles Bassey. We got a tied game. Nuggets can hold for the last shot with 18 seconds to go. Charles Bassey looking like Charles Bassey. Yeah. Little ISO action for the Nuggets. Pick and roll. The pick, the roll, the drive, and stop, pop. And I think we had an offensive foul before the shot. We did. Bones Highland gets the shot. Offensive foul. Spurs ball. 3.2 seconds left. My clock ran out. There's 3 seconds left. I'm not fixing this to put 3 on there. 3 seconds in the quarter. Jay Rich will get it up to Devin Vassell. Vassell going to take a long 3. And back rim no good. Tied game? Okay. Much better than Saturday night. Much better. I'm glad I didn't call that game. I was hanging out with friends. It was a good start. Take it. We need the Selena gift back. A lot of people have been asking for that. Maybe we do need that back. I'm sure I can find that real quick. Go Spurs, go to you guys. Butterfly, good evening. All right, good evening, Brian. Good night, Brian. Where's Selena at? Spurs PNGs. Chuck, Pop, Poppy, Poopy. Are you talking about that gift right there? Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Happy. They're all back now. All of them. They are keeping up so far. Still early. Tiago Akub. I don't know what Akabu means. Akabu, do you love? This is from that picture. What is it? From like 2014 era? She's very young there. Of course, she's always had a younger looking face. So, if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you here. Turn north! All right. Anyway. Do I have a Dougie gift for the ladies? I got Triple H for the ladies. Look, he's saying, well, for the ladies, I got this handsome guy right here. Come on now. There's not one lady that would not say he's adorable. Probably not many guys would say he's not cute as either. Vassell is that guy. He's going to give you a hug. I don't want to knock the camera over. I can't see where I'm moving that. Walker, Texas Ranger. No. Of course, I know that clip from Conan O'Brien Walker told me I have, that whole thing. Science moving up your list. Do you believe in him a little bit? He is adorable. Predict the standing and record for the Spurs. Dweejesh, I originally said 25 and 57. I'll admit it, I thought Trey Jones would not do as well as he is. I didn't think he'd be starting Jeremy Sohan. I thought he'd be starting Dougie McDermott, which no disrespect to Doug, but I felt he was undersized for the role and be much better off the bench. And so far, I've been right on that. And if I was to amend the record, if they keep playing, if they can keep their starting lineup healthy, well, see, the thing is, they may trade some guys too. I don't know what they're going to do. I think best case scenario, we're probably a 500 team, right around 41-41. And if they did that, that would exceed all expectations by a mile. That would put them probably a very late seed for the playoffs. Jay Rich is at the line for two first one's good. Or obviously a play-in seed. The Western Conference is upside down right now. The Warriors and Lakers are the NBA defending champions are struggling this year, and then the Lakers. I don't know what to say. I thought they'd turn around this year. LeBron James is looking like Father Time is finally catching up a little bit. He's almost 40. He's got a million miles on those legs. You can't ask a guy approaching 40 to keep producing at that level. And we're going to have an offensive foul by Jeff Green as Jay Rich took the charge, channeling his inner Derek White. Derek White was easily the best player on our team when taking charges. Just want Wemby or Scoop. Good day, Cruz. Hey, look, if we get them naturally and the guys play hard and still develop, then so be it. That being said, I'm not going to root for my team to lose. I don't have that in me. I don't. I just don't. McDermott, pull up three. No good. Bassey with the offensive rebound. Nice chuck. Back to Jay Rich. Jay Rich over to Devin Vassell. 8 on the shot clock. Devin going to run a pick and roll. Nope. Get over to McDermott. McDermott takes off into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's partially blocked. And I'm not sure what the call is here. Is this a foul? Nope. It's going to be a Nuggets ball. Your poor Dougie. If Lonnie carries the Lakers to the playoffs, will you root? No! I will never root for the Lakers. Never. I am a team fan first, not a player fan first. The only exception for the rule right there might be David Robinson, but Robinson never left the Spurs, so that was never an issue. Oh, Spurs. Oh, did they call it goaltending? They gave the bucket to Dougie. Baseline pull-up jumper, no good by Bones! And a Spurs ball. I think there was a goaltend on that, Spurs fan. Sorry, I don't have the sound up. The audio and video are not synced at all in the NBA pass. KBD into the paint, misses the shot, and we're going to get DeAndre Jordan with the rebound. Nuggets ball, and almost a turnover by Bones. Bones gets double teamed. Bones getting all sorts of harassed. Finally gets it off, and we're going to have a runner in the paint by Michael Porter Jr. No good. And Devin Vassell with the rebound. Spurs trying to go fast break. Get it up to Bassey. Bassey in the paint. Can't make the shot. Fouled. Going in line for two. I think we're going to have a crazy trade deadline. We could have gotten Bones instead of... There's a lot of... Obviously, that was the worst pick in my time as a Spurs content creator. I started this channel and Spurs taking a timeout. Or the Nuggets are. Somebody's taking a timeout. I started this channel April 6, 2019. Now, you're not going to see any content really from 19 or 20. I did cover the Spurs those years. Unfortunately, 2020 was very political, and there ended up being a lot of political talk on a lot of the content, especially around election on the channel. And I was like, you know what? I don't want that on the channel. So I removed all the 2020 content. And I just didn't want to leave 19 up, and then skip year, so I just removed 19 as well. So the channel kind of did a restart in 2021, which is why you see a playlist for last year's Spurs team and a playlist for this year's Spurs team. Not that anybody's, I think, really looking back and seeing what I called and didn't. But I don't know where I was going with this. It's definitely probably the funnest Spurs team, or most interesting Spurs team in the 4 years I've called the channel, because they're, for the moment, exceeding expectations, but we have two really good young players in Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell that I think really could maybe become something special for this team. I was on the board, the Keldon Johnson train before that, took off choo-choo. I was a fan of his right after his rookie season, got his jersey before his sophomore year. Vassell, I'm a little late on that one. I think some of you saw he would be this guy before I did. I'll be transparent with you guys. I'll be honest. I didn't think he would be this good this quick. But man, the development he's shown us this year is definitely exceeded my expectations. Who's the guy with the yellow shoes for the Spurs? I'm in a commercial right now, Veronica. NFL Plus and NBA Pass both are sucking. I had the audio on before I started the stream, and it was like cracking and breaking, and it sounded terrible. Plus, it's out of sync. I would like to watch another, non-Spurs game once in a while. Like if there's a big matchup, I have the NBA League Pass, but man, when the audio is 10 seconds ahead of the video, it's pretty bad. Pop does retire any chance Messing comes back. So new. I don't know who's going to be our head coach. To be honest with you guys, I am totally clueless there. Quinn Snyder could be Quinn BC. There was some talk about that when he left the Jazz. With all due respect, Paphos saw something with Josh Primo, hence the pick. Unfortunately, no one knew the. Well, there's that. Cruz, I didn't like him being drafted at 12th. I thought we reached on that, and that's where I was going. I was talking about the worst draft pick in my time. Since I've started the channel, we took Lucas Samanic, Kellen Johnson, and Garbage Time Q. Granted, Lucas Samanic was a first round bust, but obviously Kellen Johnson panned out great. Following draft, Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, both are in the starting lineup. I do feel one of those will be a starter for the next 3 years. One of those I'm still skeptical on. Bassey's free throw is good. Spurs with their biggest lead of 5. Then we take Joshua Primo and Joe Wieskamp last year, and neither one of those picks is on the team. And that's what stings the most, is it feels like it was a wasted draft. And when you're rebuilding with a youth movement and to have no players from last year really just kind of stings. We made up for it this year, though. I thought we had 3 really good picks. Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, and Blake Wesley. Wesley was looking good in limited action. Fortunately, sprained his MCL, and that's a long 3 by Burns. Not happy he made the thread, just like yelling his name. Just to let you Spurs fans know. Charles Bassey with the ball right now at the free throw line. Drops it off to Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan into the paint. Kicks it out to Dougie McBucket. Back to Devin Vassell. I see a super chat. Gets that in just a moment. Vassell into the paint. Lots of traffic. Throws it up. No good. Zach with a $2 super chat. We need Ron Jambo to read obscure sports. And Sohan with a steal down the other end. You know, Zach, Ron Jambo was fun to play. The problem was he was very political and trolling. Trey Jones into the paint with the layup off the left hand. Nice job, and goes down hard. Hopefully he's okay. I wouldn't want to bring him back on this channel. If I was going to bring him back, it would be on Rumble or something. And now we're going to have a bucket and 1. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Jeff Green. What do you think? The Giants can win their next 2 games, can't we? I think, hopefully I haven't been following the injury report, but with the bye week, hopefully the guys that are dinged up are not dinged up going into Sunday's game. I think Trey Jones got poked in the eye. Boop, boop. I had never heard of him at the time, Lyndon. That was a legit, honest reaction. Who? It's not on the channel anymore. We have another timeout. The Lucas Samanic pick was the same thing. I was like, I don't think I said who. My reaction was more like this. Lucas Samanic? Lucas Samanic? I just said his name. I just said his name maybe 2 or 3 times. I think I was just stunned and befuddled. Kyrie will not work with the Spurs. I think him and Pop would not see eye to eye on things, even though your focus is to play basketball and win games. I think something would come up, and they're just not going to work. Spur for life. You never know. You never know. ESPN 8, the Ocho is ESPN 8? There's an ESPN 8? I thought there was only 3. You were talking about the Sandwich Master. Unleash the Sandwich Master! That's a great song. The Unleash the Sandwich song I did last year. I really like how that came out. It was heavy, catchy, maybe on a slight, another one bites the dust baseline to it. But man, I was rooting for that dude. I root for all our draft picks, even if I didn't like the pick at the time. I want all our draft picks to succeed because, as I always say, if our picks are succeeding, then the team is succeeding. And we're building something. Yeah, Kyrie, I'm surprised Kyrie hasn't retired from the NBA yet. With all the stuff that's been happening the last few years with, him sitting out because of the mandate, the stuff that's happening now, just so much. He's got enough money. I'm surprised he's just not like, I'm out of here. I'm so proud of myself. I has many. Oh, there's Sohan F-Zero. I don't want Ben Simmons. No, no. I don't want a locker room headache. He sat on his team for a year. No, I don't need that type of nonsense. And no, 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 no. Called Bombshell. Ernie, I think my plan when I go to San Antonio. Rob, thank you. That new song just kind of came out of nowhere. You guys had mentioned like, "Hey, Rich, Joshua Primo's in your intro." I'm like, shoot, I got to change that. I don't want him in there anymore. Not acting like he doesn't exist, but he's not a Spur, and it just doesn't make sense to keep him in there. Plus, and that TSR intro that I used to have, the the heavy metal riff with the flashing pictures. I'm like, I've had that for 3 years or 2 years, and it's kind of old. I just went with something completely different, something kind of a metally rap song, more rap than metal. Free throws no good on the 3-point play for the Nuggets, and I figure it's more hype. I don't know. I like it. What a game we have Sunday. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna. Green Bay sucks. What have they lost? 5 in a row? That's what happens when you give like all your cap to your quarterback. You have nobody to throw to. And they're injured too, which is not helping. Devin Vassell starts to drive out to Trey Jones, and that's going to go right to the Spurs bench. A little too much on that. The old TSR, like the old TSR music workforce planner? You are getting the Packers at a good time. I love making music. That channel will probably never grow to anything, but you know what? I can dream. And, why not? Michael Porter Jr. stops, and I thought he was going to shoot. Instead, he dishes it out to Christian Bronman for the first time. Again, back to Porter Jr. Pull up jumper, bounces around, no good. And we have a whistle. Bassie and Jordan getting into it, maybe? The intro music is good. Remix, like louder or more? Oh, that might be a goaltend. I think Bassie and Jordan both hit the rim. It was a goaltend. All right, Charles Bassie hit it first. Always check Celtics box score. Yeah, I've been checking on Derek White, Lonnie, and DeJounte just randomly as I look away, and we have a 3-pointer. Was that Dougie McBuckets? Yes, it was. Like I could just see how they're doing. That's about it. I just check Basketball Reference once in a blue moon for those players. I'm like, how you doing away from the Spurs? Okay. Now 3 down the other one by Bones. Good. 38 all. Good game. We did break Green Bay. And as soon as I turn away, Dougie flies in it. Dougie's on fire. 40-38, 8 minutes to go. In the first half, the San Antonio Spurs are up 40-38. Bones Highland, he's been heating up here. Runner, good. All right, so apparently this is a back and forth game between Doug McDermott and Bones Highland now, as they've both scored the last 5 points for their respective teams. Doug with a 3, no good, and he's fouled. Going the line for not 1, not 2, but 3. Let's get Kevin Durant. No. No. No, 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 no. No. No Katie. I forgot Patty Mills was on the Nets, workforce planner. I'll be honest, I haven't checked on him in a long time. How's he doing this year? Is LA? Did LA retire? Is he still with Nets as well? Nets are a disaster this year. Hey, Senor Carlos, ¿cómo estás? Hope you're doing well. Katie to Lakers, they don't have the cap room. Dougie misses a second free throw. I don't think the Lakers can afford Kevin Durant unless they do a huge trade like Westbrook. Russell West, calling him Westbrook a lot last year with the Lakers, but to his credit, he has accepted his bench role with the Lakers. And as far as I know, he's been playing really, really well, even shooting the 3 well. Mills is better than Ben Simmons right now. Is Ben Simmons sucking in New Jersey? Brooklyn? Still the New Jersey Nets in my head. Dougie makes 2 of 3. Spurs up by 2. It is Nuggets ball. Jokic is finally back in the game after a nice long rest. Jokic will drop it off to Jamal Murray. Murray going to drive, throws it up off the glass and in, and we got a tied game again. No Westbrook to the Spurs. Doug open for three, baseline, no good. 42 all, 7:20 to go. Jamal Murray brings it up for the Nuggets. Dishes out to Bones Highland. Back to Jamal Murray, one-on-one with Trey Jones. Jones got abused, and he gets abused again as Murray puts some moves on him and gets by him. That's my one concern with Trey Jones. He is small. He's what? Is Jones 6'1"? Now you guys could say Tony Parker was small, but that was also, a long time ago. And Tony Parker, I can't compare Tony Parker and Trey Jones. They're not on the same level, clearly. Jakob Poeltl with the little runner in the paint. A little shot he does. Murray with the ball. He switched Dougie on him. Murray, step back three. Nope, change it up. Yep. And he got fouled by Dougie. Going to line for three. Ben Simmons airballed a layup. Wow. Airballed a layup. That takes a special kind of dad. Jamal Murray at the line, and he's going to be shooting. I'm actually checking in on Ben Simmons. See how he's doing this year. He's shooting 44% from the field, 0 from three. Murray's first free throw is good. He'll be at the line for two more. He's averaging 6.2 points per game in 32. Wow, he's playing terrible. I mean, he's given them 6.5 rebounds and 7.3 assists. He's shooting 47% from the line. Can you imagine him in our starting lineup? Second free throw was a dud. You take Trey Jones out and you put Ben Simmons in the starting lineup. Now you have three guys that can't shoot a free throw, and Jeremy Sohan, Jakob Poeltl, and Ben Simmons. Now you have three guys that can't shoot a three. At least Jones is hitting his threes this year. I do not want Ben Simmons. Wow, he missed 2 out of the 3. Dang. That's some bad free throw shooting. Keldon open for 3, and he's going to take the 3. Not quite. No good. Aaron Gordon with the rebound. 47% is terrible. Are there any Spurs fans that want Ben Simmons at this point? I get why some of you wanted him last year. Jokic for 3, wide open. In and out burger. Gordon slaps it out. Nuggets ball. Bones Highland for a mile-long 3. Good. But I can't imagine there's any Spurs fans that want Ben Simmons at this point. I mean, is he already washed because of sitting out last year? 3-point field goals, the Spurs 5 of 13, the Nuggets 5 of 10. Trey Jones drives and gets the little runner. Runner, layup, runner. Ben Simmons, is that his nickname? Murray with the miss. Spurs ball. Shackton, yeah. Trey Jones drives, the runner. No good. Gets his own miss. The smallest guy out there. Passes it back to Keldon Johnson. He's going to launch a 3. That's good. I think Keldon has like 15 now. And he is fired up, and the crowd's fired up, and we got a timeout by the Nuggets. The Spurs retake the lead 49-48. I didn't want him last year either, Honcho. I was just say no to Ben Simmons, left and right. Outdated and big for nothing. Bones is doing well. Hey, how you doing? Just dropped by declared Jokes Juladrin as my nemesis. Okay. The Cowboys want Ben Simmons. Bones Highland, that's his name. Bones. It's his real. I mean, I don't know if his parents named him Bones. It can't be his real name, is it? Well, I guess anything's possible these days. Spurs up by 1, a little over 5 minutes to go, and good start to the Spurs. We were getting beat up by this team on Saturday night. Granted, it was a back-to-back. Didn't have the full starting lineup. If you're a Spurs fan, we got to see some Charles Bassey action, and he looked okay as a backup. I don't think I'd put my trust in Zach Collins and Charles Bassey as our 1-2 punch as of yet, but that's what I saw. Meta World Peace. That was what was his real name? Ah, he was in the Malice in the Palace. He started the Malice in the Palace. I can't remember his real name. Meta World Peace. I forgot what it was. Wow. Ron Artest. Thank you. I couldn't remember his freaking name. Could not pull it. I know who it is. Gosh, that I know there's a bad moment in basketball history, but also what a great moment when I'm sorry, I know basketball players should be going into the stands and fighting with fans, but what a memorable moment. Let's just say what a memorable moment. And I think that's kind of what started the game becoming softer, if you will. The that moment, kind of around there, they said, okay, Josh Richardson pull up jumper, good. Can't have players fighting, so if we, less hard fouls or that type of play. And what looked like a steal by Trey Jones is actually going to be called a foul. Probably, I'd probably the Spurs team too. I guess he got him on the wrist. Looked like he got wrist and ball at the same time. I guess the tie goes to the offensive player. I don't know. Oh, two free throws for Aaron Gordon. All right. Right? You need the hype. What's up, Sly Fox? I don't necessarily want to root for fights, but I mean, if you were watching basketball during the Malice of the Palace and you saw that on ESPN, you were just like, wow, I mean, holy crap. Watching Jermaine O'Neal clock some guy, Meta World Peace running up into the stands and punching the wrong guy, the innocent bystander that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's comical. It's so bad, but man, it's so memorable. Jakob into the post to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan backs up, passes it out to Jay Rich, back over to Jakob. Jakob with the jumper, and that is no good. Yeah, probably not what we're looking for. Jakob Pertl shooting the ball. Not from there, at least. Jamal Ray whips it over Gordon. Gordon into Jokic. Jokic getting double teamed. And loses the handle on the ball. Spurs got a fast break. Sohan up to Trey Jones. Jones in the paint. Layup good. Spurs up by 4. Fortunately, Spurs get beat in transition the other way. Jokic was down the other end. It gets an easy dunk. Spurs had, I think, 4 guys running. So the Nuggets just left guys back the other end, which is smart. Jokic with only 7 points and 4 boards. Spurs have held him in check tonight. I didn't realize he's scored that little. Jay Rich pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Good. 55, 51, and 1. Chris Paul and Rhino got in a fight. Robin and Steven, they did Linden, but no, I'll pass. When Robin came to the Spurs, he wasn't a nut yet. He started becoming a nut while on the Spurs, and then by the time he got to Chicago, he was out there. Homer, good evening. The young guy. That's why I don't want to root for these guys to lose. I don't. With all due respect to anybody in the chat, if you feel this way, I can't understand how you can watch our guys fight on a nightly basis and root for them to lose. I don't get that. I just don't get it. How can I sit here? My favorite, one of my favorite Spurs of all time is Kellen's already on that list. How can I sit here and root for him to lose? How can I watch Devin develop his game and root for him to lose? This may be Pop's last season. How can I root for Pop to lose in possibly his last season? That's just me. I get you want the high draft pick, but well, Kellen 3 off the rim, no good. Ball's going to get knocked into Trey Jones's hands. Back out to Kellen. Kellen's going to drive in the paint, pass it across court to who is that? That 3-point attempt is no good. And I think we have an offensive foul before. Is that Isaiah Roby? That's Roby. We are scrappy. Scrappy. Jesse Rodriguez, good evening. Ernie, I'm wearing McKellen. 56, 53, 3:20-ish to go. That's fair, Jesse. And it's just going to be Spurs ball. Apparently a defensive foul on the Nuggets. The refs have stopped calling it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jinx it. Calvin thinks about the 3, takes off into the paint, and traveled. That was that. Look, he was going up for a dunk and he left his feet a little too early and then just came down with it. I don't know if there's something else happened before that, but he jumped, he went up, and then the rim was a little too far away for him to get to it. Deep in the money. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. As I look back, we have a bucket for the Nuggets. Didn't see who shot that in the paint. It is 56-51, 3 minutes to go in a very tightly contested game. Jay Rich in the paint throws it up, and Josh Richardson looking much better tonight than he did pretty much all of last week. The struggle was real, which I put in my recap, which is available. I don't know if notifications went out on it yesterday, but I still have yesterday's recap trying to get to 1,000 views. KCP in the paint, no good. 58-55. Devin Vassell on the run, and bodies are flying. And I think we're going to have a foul on KCP. Yes, we are. The Giants didn't lose Sunday. RJ from the Philippines, thank you for stopping in. You know what, Jesse? You're on the wrong channel if you really want to troll an NFL team. The Packers are the team to troll right now, not the Giants. The Packers are a joke considering who their quarterback is. Devasell at the line for two. First free throw is good. And the Spurs are on the bonus, 59-55. It's okay to lose as long as we put up a good fight. At least our culture. Yeah. Fight, fight, fight. Richardson and McDougie for Westbrook. Not happening. Westbrook's been playing well with the Lakers. Carlos, I know you're a Lakers fan. I don't know if you've been watching them. But Westbrook has been playing very well off the bench. KCP gets hit with the technical. Vassell's going to shoot the technical free throw, and boink, boink, no good. Angelo, good evening. Late game tonight for old TSR Sports, as this game started at 9:30 as opposed to the normal right around 8 p.m. Eastern time. So once this game is over, I'll go over the stats real quick, and then I'll be off to bed. Vassell does hit the other free throw. It is 60-55. Spurs back to their biggest lead of the game, I believe, which is a 5-point lead. Nuggets ball, Jokic. Dumps it off to KCP. KCP in the paint, back to Jokic, and almost a turnover. Jokic gets it back and misses the shot right at the rim. It rolled around the rim. No rim job for Jokic as it rolls right off, and it is Spurs ball. Devin Vassell on three-point land. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Now double teamed, and the ball's taken away. Nuggets on a fast break. Jamal Murray will slow it up. Nope, drives, stops, and resets the offense again with 14 on the shot clock. Into Jokic in the paint, throws up the jumper short, and we're going to have a foul on Jakob Poeltl. Jakob with the, what the did I do wrong? Becky Hammond, she's under contract as far as I know for like 4 more years, so not likely at all. LeBron James is out. And Beverly out. Wow. I talked about the Lakers. I'm actually going to do a video on the Lakers this week, Carlos. If I get some time, maybe on Thursday. Not a troll video, like a legit NBA video. That team can't keep asking a guy that's pushing 40. As great as LeBron is, and a physical specimen that he is, he's pushing 40 and has a million miles on his legs from years and years of playing and being in the playoffs every year. That team needs some milk. Kelvin Johnson with the ball. Throws a bounce pass right to Jokic. He's not on your team, Kelvin. Jokic dishes it out. 3-point attempt. Oh my gosh. Is good and one. Michael Porter Jr. hits the three, and he's fouled on the 3-point attempt. I think that was Isaiah Roby with an absolutely abysmal foul. Yep. Jumped right into him. Thanks, Carlos. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Porter has 13 points right now. I think he leads the Nuggets scoring. I think Jokic is not too far behind. Free throw is good. A 4-point play from Michael Porter Jr., the very rare 4-point play. You do not see it very often in the NBA. As Jakob Poeltl turns the ball over. So that's back-to-back turnovers for the Spurs. Jokic, turnaround jumper in the paint. Good. Spurs getting sloppy to end the first half. They were up, and just the Nuggets just went on a 6-0 run. Back-to-back turnovers for San Antonio. They need to clean it up here, guys. Pop's got the starting lineup in there. So these guys have played together. Trey Jones starts to drive. Nice bounce back to Sohan. Sohan with the difficult reverse layup. And I think that's Jeremy Sohan's first bucket of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. 63-62, both teams in the bonus, and a minute to go in the game. Jamal Murray to Jokic, back to Jamal Murray. Murray starts to take off. And a foul. Foul on Trey Jones. I have no idea where our next coach is. Doman, good evening from the Philippines. I've seen a couple of Yak and or one first for Wiseman. Really? Are the Warriors shopping James Wiseman? And how's Wiseman been? I know he was dinged up last year. Those who are not down when we were Angela, I agree. There's a small crowd that have been rooting for the losing. I don't know anybody in particular. I just know it's well, I'm not going to call anybody on my channel either that's been commenting for us to lose. Not like that. 64, 62, 52 seconds to go. As it looks like he made one or two free throws. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. Wow, back to the game, Rich. Jakob Poeltl drops it off to Keldon Johnson. Johnson starts to take off. It almost looked like a travel, and it's going to turn the ball over. My goodness. What a sloppy last few minutes for our San Antonio Spurs. Turnover after turnover. Aaron Gordon almost has the ball stripped. Going to get fouled. Going to go to the line for two. Just really, really not Spurs basketball. I'm a little bummed out. Keldon just got the foul. I wonder if that was his third one as I see him going to the bench. Keldon with a couple turnovers in the last few minutes. Team just, I don't know. Aaron Gordon's first free throw, no good. Hashtag tank season. Not intentionally tanking. They are trying to win. Yeah, workforce planner. I think we might be losing that Hornets pick. It was a protected top 16, right? Top 16 protected, and they're not very good. Yeah, the Spurs need it. I can't really do my. Yeah, that's about it. Autobots transform and roll for it. NBA pass classic timeout with, and then I put it back on, and there's no time on the clock. 65-62. Wow, weird. The NBA pass will be watching it. It'll go to the home screen, then it'll click on play. I swear, I jump ahead in the future like a half a minute real time. So we're down by three. Later I can do. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Happier I can. All right, there's my Star Wars mix. I can do certain phrases by like Macho and Optimus Prime, but I can't really just talk like him. I got to be in character too for Macho Man. You got to get that whole. I don't know, you gotta get into it. Then there's the Ultimate Warrior. That like the reason not terrible. Can I form a sentence like Yoda? I said, "Ooh, help you, I can." Isn't that a sentence? Here. Help you, I can. Your father hears. Trying to think what else he says. What else does he say? Thinking. Trying to remember what Yoda says in the movies. Ooh, Yoda, you seek Yoda. I don't know. All right, let's pull up. Do or do not. There is no try. It's hard for me to do his voice because I have a lot of bass in my voice, and his voice is unnaturally low. So let's pull up some statisticals for the Spurs and Nuggets. Man, every game going on tonight. Everybody's playing. Jazz beating the Lakers. Bulls beating the Raptors. Just looking around the league. Anyway, let's focus on this game. All right, for the Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. with 14, Aaron Gordon with 5, Nikola Jokic with 14 and 4 and 6, so possible triple-double in the works. KCP with 4, Jamal Murray with 11, Burns with 11 off the bench to lead all bench scores from the Nuggets, Bruce Brown with the donut, Jeff Green with 4, DeAndre Jordan with 2, and Christian Braun with 0. For the San Antonio Spurs, Kellen Johnson with 15 points. However, he does have 3 turnovers in the first half. So on pace to get 6 turnovers. Actually, the team has 9 turnovers. That's a little higher than I'd like it to be. But Keldon with the 3 turnovers, that's definitely very high for one player in the first half. Jeremy Sohan with the deuce. He's got 2, so he dropped a deuce. Jakob Poeltl with only 2 as well, but he has 2 block-ups. Demisel with 10 and Trey Jones with 8, but he also has 6 assists, so nice game for Trey. And no turnovers. Trey Jones, 6 assists, 0 turnovers. That's the assist-to-turnover ratio I like to see. Pretty good production from the bench here and there. Doug McDermott with 9, KBD, well, with 0. Josh Richardson hasn't missed a shot. He missed a free throw, but he's 4-4 from the floor with 13 points, so he's leading all bench scores for the Spurs. Charles Bassey with his first legit minutes for the Spurs. He's already played this year, but it was El Garbage time. In 8 minutes, he had 3 points and 5 boards. And then Isaiah Roby played 2 minutes and got a foul. Isaiah Roby played 2 minutes and got a foul. That's it. That's his only stat. 2 minutes, 14 seconds, 1 personal foul. And rocked a -6 in those 2 minutes. Nice. Roby, I don't know if it's just me. Is Roby just been a total bust for us? I wasn't expecting the moon, but man, I thought he'd be a quality backup power forward, and he's been just really hasn't moved the needle for me and hasn't really performed on the team. Oh, both teams have 9 turnovers. I didn't catch that, John, but thank you for stopping in. Dwight Howard's playing for who? Pop's going off on KJ. I'm sure 3 turnovers in the first, and 2 of those were in the last couple minutes. We had the lead, and then multiple turnovers by the team just coughed the lead up. I hope for them to be competitive and make it a good game, but in the end, if we lose, I'm bummed, but I know it's best for us. Yeah, I'm sort of in that same boat as you. I root for them to win, and if they lose, I don't like it. If they end up getting a high draft pick this year, but the effort's there, so be it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'll never sit here and hope they lose, though. It's not fun to watch as a Spurs fan. It's not my nature. It does hurt the channel. It just does. When the team's losing, interest is not there. When they're winning, the interest increases, and it's like that for. I mean, it's not a Spurs thing. It's just a sports thing. Your more casual fans aren't going to check out their team while they're losing. Diehards like myself and a lot of you, like whether we're winning or losing, like you're still going to watch your team. Oh, I am definitely tired. It was a. I'm wearing Keldon, Veronica. Get it up a little higher. Um, Work was incredibly busy today, so yeah, I'm a little tired. But I got 2 workouts in. I'm back to working out twice a day and trying to get myself in shape for my San Antonio trip. Not that I'm out of shape, but I was in much better shape before May when I had a medical setback. The New York Mets, they stink. I really don't have an opinion of them. I, as a Yankees fan, New York baseball stinks. I'm so tired of the Yankees getting to the playoffs every year and just forgetting how to hit in the playoffs. I don't get it. It seems like a tradition now to be one of the best hitting teams in baseball in the regular season. And here come the playoffs, and there go the runs. Can't score. Good evening, Taylor. Haven't done that. Since this is back, let's get a little of this. Ba 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 beep boo. Cowboy X Factor, good evening. What are Knicks tagged in the video description? What are the Knicks tagged? What? What are they tagged? Do I have the Knicks in the video description? It should be Nuggets, unless I copied it. The Spurs haven't played the Knicks this year. It shouldn't have the Knicks in there. Now you got me wondering if I have the Knicks as one of my hashtags. It should be Nuggets, Spurs, and NBA, or Nuggets, Spurs, and a Go Spurs Go. Now I gotta go check. Killing me, Smalls. Wait, can I check in here? No, I gotta check in here. Oh, they are in there. Why did it say Knicks? Where the hell did that come from? I must have copied and pasted this off another Nugget stream, and that Nugget stream must have had incorrectly the Knicks in there. Wow. That's a stream from December 9th, 2021. It's got the Knicks in there. I do copy and paste a ton of stuff because it saves time, but sometimes I make mistakes. Like when I did my Joshua Primo video, I spelled his name wrong. That he got waived, and it didn't get as many views as I wanted to because I spelled his dang name wrong, and it screwed up the algorithm. Will get you on YouTube, man. If you screw something up early, you'll kill your algorithm early, and then your videos do it. Yeah, I don't have hashtag. I shouldn't have hashtag Knicks anymore if you refresh it. Being from the land down under, who was the favorite to win it all in the NFL? The Eagles are undefeated in the NFC, but I don't think they're good enough to win it all. I also do not think they were good enough to be 8-0 at this point. The Packers suck. Tampa Bay sucks. So you got two legendary quarterbacks, and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, respectively, whose teams are grossly underperforming because you have two aging quarterbacks that don't have the personnel around them. I I really don't know. There's really no team I trust in the NFL right now that makes me go, for sure that team. I mean, I suppose the easy bet would to make the Super Bowl from the AFC would be the Kansas City Chiefs. When you have Patrick Mahomes, you're always a threat to go far in the playoffs. I don't trust anybody right now. Garrett Cole or Jacob DeGrom. The pitching's not the problem. It's the hitting. Paulo and Carl, thank you for stopping in. You were playing tonight, were you, Paulo? Hopefully you had a good game. City custom cash card as it. I occasionally get these things that come up and it'll keep bothering me during the stream. Like this blue thing comes up on screen that says put an ad here. And if I don't put an ad there, it'll keep coming up. And I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with it. So I just click it now just so I don't have to deal with it. Yeah. I mean, ad revenue is nice. I'd much rather Google's money than, anybody else's. This is our fun in the end. And if this channel grows to be something someday, past where it is, then great. If not, yeah, all good. And by what I'm telling you, the ad. Uh, what was I gonna say? I think it's gonna be very like the next goal for this channel would be probably 25,000 subscribers and 50,000 as primarily just a Spurs content creator with a team in a rebuild. It's gonna be hard to get to those numbers, which is why I'm going to try to branch out more into the NBA because there's obviously a huge audience in the NBA, and even that's a tough one because there's a bajillion NBA channels on. Oh, I could get one of those inflatable Spurs dildos. That would be awesome. Wait. Oh, that's just kidding, just kidding. Whoa, I can't read all that, Carlos. Hawks just blew out the Bucks. Oh, they gave the Bucks their first loss. New to the American football. I mean, I love American football. I get so much crap from crews from people outside the United States when I call what's football for you soccer. You're like, it's not soccer. I'm like, but I'm in America. If I say football in America, people think I'm talking about the NFL. So I have to say soccer. I know it's called football. It's not like I'm ignorant to that. It's just I'm going by where I live. Give me a break. I can't show the TVBC, but I can show you this. Turn north! All right, anyway. Oh, Jeremy signs a 19-year-old rookie, man. I mean, if the Spurs were to land as a lottery team and get Victor Wembanyama, then yes, my channel would blow up. It's the if you have a star player, your channels. I mean, look at my man Mad Dog Sports. props to him for hitting 100,000 subscribers, but that a big part of that was the Lakers content. LeBron James really drove his channel to the, it was huge for him. Huge, huge. People that cover the Warriors religiously, I mean, they're a huge draw. It's because of Steph Curry. I mean, when you have, a star player, even though I'm not showing the game besides Triple H, people are interested in talking about them and talking with other fans, and we don't have that guy right now. Could we someday? Maybe. Do we have that guy developing on the team currently? Who knows? But my channel will only go as far as the San Antonio Spurs success. And right now they're a playing team. They were a playing team the last few years. They're right now lined up to be a playing team again. KJ's gonna guess it. I hope so. I don't like the Slate game either at all, Dio. D'Lo, sorry. Looked like Dio. I'm thinking that singer. Yeah, it's 10:46 where I am. Do I like the Astros? Is that a trick question? You might not know I'm a Yankees fan. By nature of being a Yankees fan, obviously, I absolutely do not like the Astros at all. But they won the World Series, so congrats to them and their fan base. I mean, they did it legit this year. Can't take anything away from them. The previous one, not so much, but this one, oh, Mas Agua for old TSR, and I can't believe I'm going to be in Texas less than a month from now. Australia and the USA have the same problem. Soccer, football is not the big. Hmm. Yeah, I literally, I have my biggest video on this channel is a soccer video about the United States women's national team. It, I guess you could call it a woke video. It didn't mean to be. I was a new fan of the team and just defending the team on something that happened in the past. And knowing what I know now, I would take a different stance, but I got criticized not only for my opinion, but ruthlessly just cut apart because I kept calling it soccer. I was like, but it is soccer for me. There are, yeah, whatever. What do you guys, the Spurs need to watch the Rocky, one of my favorite series of all time. Obviously, has nothing to do with basketball, but the Rocky series. I mean, what an incredible series when you really think about it. You have the first Rocky, which is a phenomenal movie. And then you have the sequels, which are good. Rocky 5, granted, not so good. Probably my least favorite. And they come back pretty strong with Rocky Balboa. And then we get the Creed series, which Creed 1 and 2 were really good movies. Now they're making a Creed 3. To my understanding, Rocky's not in the movie at all. And I might not see it. Well, I do like the character of Creed. I was along for the ride because Rocky was there, not because of Creed. So with no Rocky, I probably not going to check it out. And I wonder how that's going to affect ticket sales or view on demand views or whatever with not having him there. What do you think? Is Aaron Judge the next Derek Cheater? I came off a little weird. Derek Jeter, not Derek Cheater. I said that awkwardly. My NBA pass is locking up for a second because the NBA pass sucks. Trying to get back into the game. I think the problem is Derek Jeter had playoff success. Aaron Judge hasn't gotten that yet. And if Aaron Judge doesn't win a couple World Series, if he stays with us for another decade, then he'll never be in the same boat as Derek Jeter. Jeter was a winner. He was a winner. That's all he did was win. Obviously, Aaron Judge is not there yet. I am coming to the December 2nd and December 4th games, D'Lo. Sorry, God. All right, I just got to reset the NBA pass. Doesn't look like either team scored yet, so that's a good thing. December 2nd versus the Pelicans. December 4th versus the Phoenix Suns. I'm excited. I hope to be sitting behind the Spurs bench. That's my plan. Somewhere between rows 6 and 10. Tickets seem fairly rich. Did NBA pass crap out for anybody else? Oh my goodness. My apologies. It's finally back. Uh, the NBA Pass has been the worst I've ever seen it. As we hit a 3 while I'm trying to reload the game. I've never had this many problems until this year. I didn't change anything. Actually, I have faster internet. Okay, sounds good. Anybody in the chat having issues with the game? I have a black screen. I have a black screen. 68-67. I see the score being updated on the pass, but I actually can't watch the game right now. All right, it's finally loading up. I mean, I know they only charged $100 for it as opposed to normal $230, but my goodness, like the NBA Pass has been a train wreck. Where you can't even load up games apparently. Spurs season a bumpy ride, yes. Come on. I'll exit the app again. Make sure you plan where what you want to. Oh yes, yeah. I'm gonna plan, Laura. I'm gonna plan out everything because I don't know the area. So yeah, I'm gonna this weekend. I have a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna plan. I think Thursday when I arrive, I might go to SeaWorld on Thursday because the tickets will be cheaper, and I probably will spend. The Spurs are up 73-68 now. I wish I could actually watch it and call it. I'm still trying to get back into the game. Um, I can't load the game up. I've actually exited the app completely and I'm come back in twice, and I just have a spinny thing. I'm sorry. We'll get back to calling the game here once the NBA app stops being stupid. I think we have a timeout. Stuff like that. Unbelievable. I will be. I can't watch the game though, Carlos. That's the problem. I keep hitting play and it just spins and then goes back to a loading screen. And I'm not angry at you, but I'm getting very angry that something I pay for is constantly not working. And I'm not the only one. There's 921 left. I'm actually ahead. And this hurts my channel because people are coming in to, hang out and talk about the game. I can't talk about the game if I can't see it. Oh, it's good, Adrian. The NBA Pass, though, apparently can anybody else please let me know in the chat if you're having issues with it? Is it just me? Like, I can't even watch the game anymore. I can't be the only one to pass. I'm going to go to SeaWorld at least one day. Okay, Adrian, you're having problems too? I'm just stuck on the loading screen. I might just watch the game on my computer and see if that works. Video player error. The NBA Pass went down tonight. That's going to be awesome. Could be a lot of unhappy people. A lot of streamers going to be unhappy. Yeah, I'm just going to try to watch it. I'll have to watch it on my computer. I'm going to NBA.com now. Oh, I hate the NBA Pass. I hate the NBA Pass. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate it with a passion. And it's not working on NBA. The NBA Pass is down. Wow. It's down on NBA.com. Wow. What trash. What trash. I don't know what to do, guys. It's shut down. Yeah, it's down. It's completely down right now. Down everywhere. Great. Well, this is awesome. Thank you, NBA Pass, as always. It's in a timeout right now still. Spurs outscoring the Nuggets 11-3 in the third quarter. I don't know what to do, guys. Twitter is saying it's down and it's tweeting. I'm sure they're trending. No, I don't want to do the illegal stuff. That's the no. So the NBA Pass is down for everybody. So this is what happens when they have every game on. They crash. They can't keep their stuff running. Did he fire that many employees? Spurs fans, I don't know what to do. I don't think it's coming back either, Adrian. Uh, I'm just going to be sitting here frustrated and damn it. I can't see it, Veronica. I can't watch the game. Turtle block the poop out of Murray. Well, hopefully when I wake up tomorrow, the Spurs are up, but game's down. NBA Pass is down. All they did was promote the crap out of tonight. 15 games on Monday. Watch it with the League Pass, and now the League Pass crashes. Honestly, it's 74-73. 15 minutes? Have you seen that anywhere? I'm going to do a Google search for NBA Pass down. I'm sure Down Detector, yep. Down Detector is going nuts. It's down. It's being reported. I'm going to check NBA League Pass support on Twitter. Oh gosh, they haven't updated the Twitter since 2018? Well, actually, I can see in a preview, I can see them talking. Can I actually watch the game now? We're back. All right. It's back up, guys. It's back. I didn't see the block. I didn't see the block. We're in a commercial break. The NBA Pass is back up. There's 7:40 left. Wow. I missed a lot of the game. Sorry, guys. I'll have to see the block on a replay. But it's back up and running. I mean, you guys have seen us complain about it in the comments. The NBA Pass was always hit or miss the last few years. Like it would occasionally time out and crash or whatever. But this year, it's been terrible. Streaming issues. The audio and video not syncing is the most frustrating thing because usually I keep the audio on my TV around 3. I keep it really low, but I can hear the whistles and then I stop my timer. Well, the audio is like 10 seconds ahead, maybe more of the video. I can't do that. Who played tonight in the Monday night game, Adrian? Brian, the NBA Pass crashed for a couple minutes. It's finally back up and running. The Spurs are down by 3, and we're in a timeout. So at least I can watch the game again. I was getting ready to. Pop's wearing a "Vote Your Life Depends on It" shirt. Wow. Okay. Dwight Howard's got Ravens Saints. Is it a blowout? Ravens won. I mean, the Saints aren't very good this year. Not good at all. I'm wondering if Alvin Kamara is going to get. Did the trade deadline already go by for the NFL, or can we still have trades? Because I got to think Kamara and the Saints are pretty much in rebuild land. Michael Thomas, not the same player since his plethora of injuries at all. ESPN Plus also sucks. All right, Edgar. I'll show you the game. The game! Boop, boop. All right, so we have a free throw by the Nuggets, and it's going to be 77-73. Unfortunately, trade is done. Oh well. I think so, Nignan. I think this is his last year. Who's going to take over? No idea. Trey Jones out in three-point land. Running around like a madman, gets into the paint, stops, out to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to launch a quick 3. A little short, no good. Jakob with the swat. It's going to land in Aaron Gordon's hands. It is Nuggets ball. Gordon into the paint. Bit of a Euro step layup, and the Spurs are down by 6. I think that's the biggest lead for the Nuggets tonight. I do remember that, Carlos. That was a great night, except for one huge troll. Sohan open for 3, and it is no good. We had that one troll. We had more than one troll. Unfortunately, I probably will never do something like that again because it's so risky. I would I would have to screen calls. Like I trust, most of you guys on here, but we're gonna get people calling in that I probably wouldn't do that again. But I definitely remember that. Okay, I didn't realize that, Zach. Thank you. Last week? Trey Jones for three. All right, Trey. Nuggets had their biggest lead at 8. Jones is 3, cuts it back to 5. Dude, Sohan definitely needs to work on his jumper. His shooting leaves a lot to be desired. That's for sure. KCP with the ball in three-point land gets it over to Michael Porter Jr. Porter in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. Good. 83-76. 6 minutes to change and go in the third quarter. Trey Jones out in three-point land. Gets it over to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl. Nice bounce pass to a cutting Keldon Johnson. Johnson misses the shot. Won the foul, not going to get it. Quick pull-up three down the other by KCP is no good. And the Spurs sleeping on the rebound. Porter Jr. for 3, no good. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. The Spurs were completely sleeping and gave the Nuggets an offensive rebound they should not have. That was terrible. Mongu, I'm coming to the Pelicans game on the 2nd and the Suns game on the 4th. So I'll be there, if not one, but 2 games. If I get the tickets where I want to get them, I'll be like in the 6th row behind the Spurs bench, which 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to see me back there. Yelling at Jakob, dunk the ball. Jamal Murray drives in the paint, dishes it off to Jokic. Jokic up off the glass. It's good. Nuggets with their biggest lead of the game, 9 points. Spurs starting to let the Nuggets pull away a little bit in the third quarter. This ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with San Antonio. Yeah, Zach, it would have to be. Yeah, if I was going to do a call-in show, I would have to do. Yeah, call a game rooting against the Spurs? No, not happening. Not happening. Don't have it in me. Dougie McBuckets getting double teamed, zips it over to Trey Jones. Jones, pull up, fade away, bounces off the rim, bounces off the backboard, and bounces in. 85-78 as Jay Rich just came into the game for the Spurs, as is Dougie McBuckets. A couple substitutions. Murray, step over 3, off the back iron, no good. Doug McBuckets with the rebound. We're not up to 100 likes yet? Oof. Struggles real for old TSR. The Spurs losing. All good. Doug McDermott with the ball. Back to Trey Jones. Jones running around into the paint. Stops, spins around, and turns the ball over. Oh, we've had a lot of turnovers tonight. Unnecessary turnovers. Gordon for 3. No good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. That's not happening, Jesse. Oh, boy. Jay Rich for 3 down the other end. Too much on it. No good. And the putback by Keldon Johnson. In traffic. Nice job by KJ as he swatted it off the glass and went in. I'd root for them to both be really tired and fall down and have a tie. Murray pull-up jumper. Good. How tall is Jamal Murray? Is he like 6'7", 6'8"? Gotta have a big height advantage on Trey Jones. Speaking of which, Trey Jones out in three-point land, drops it off to Doug McBuckets. Dougie over to Jay Rich. Jay Rich will get into Poeltl. Poeltl in the post. Back to Jay Rich. Jay Rich going to drive the paint. Pull-up jumper is good. Jay Rich having a really good night tonight. No, I'm tired of this three-game losing streak. We need a win. Is he only 6'4"? He seems bigger than that. Maybe he's just lengthier. Josh Richardson, 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting. And we're going to have a kickball by the Spurs. I thought he was more than 6'4". All 30 teams did play today. Charles Bassey's coming on in for the Spurs, as well as KBD. No, we don't need to lose. The Tank for Wembayama crowd must be really thrilled, though. Trey is very short. I mean, Blake Wesley's only like 6'4", 6'5", but he's got ridiculously long limbs. So he plays much taller than his height. Drive to the paint, and Bruce Brown gets the layup, 89-82. Kings are beating the Warriors? Wow. So do you count shoes with height in the NBA? It seems like you do. So then am I 6'5" per NBA rules because I'm 6'4"? Jay Rich for three, short. That was a long three. KBD with the offensive board gets it over to Kelman. Kelman finds us cutting Jay Rich, who turns the ball over. Nuggets on the run. Euro step, bucket, green. 91-82, under 3 minutes to go. Blake Wesley, I mean, as far as our backup lineup goes, our bench was definitely affected by everything the last few weeks. Keldon into the paint, misses it up off the glass. Nuggets on the run again. And KCP with the layup, and this is the biggest lead of the game. It's now it's double digits. But I mean, backup point guard was supposed to be Primo and Blake Wesley, and then they're both out for very different reasons, and that's got to mess up your roster. Carlos Jeter with the $5 super chat says, "Thank you, Rich. You are a great guy and an excellent YouTuber. Fire with the Go Spurs go." Although we're going in the wrong direction point wise. I don't, we're terrible in transition. Our fast break defense definitely leaves a lot to be desired at times. Lawyer's bench is too young. Rich, if you're 6'4" barefoot, then you're 6'5", 6'6". NBA. Okay, I am 6'4" barefoot. What is Kellen's biggest weakness? Probably his mid-range game. He does tend to force shots sometimes too. Not a lot, but he does occasionally force shots. And then I would just say his overall mid-range game. Probably the things he needs to work on the most, where he's not a true three-level scorer right now. We're seeing Devin become that one of those. Kellen not so much, although he doesn't need to be successful. If he can keep nailing the threes and finishing in the paint, good enough for me. I'll take it. 93-82, and it doesn't get any easier this week as we got the Grizzlies on Wednesday, and then we close out the week with the Bucks. Not an easy week for our San Antonio Spurs. I talked about it in my recap from yesterday morning. Make sure you check it out if you haven't. If you don't watch, the recaps, by the way, they're back to the old style. I do my good and the bad and ugly shtick, but I also do the play of the week and the two plays of the week, runner-up play of the week and play of the week. So a couple of highlights on the video near the end. And of course, my players of the week. I do a runner-up play of the week and a player of the week. So if you guys get a chance, appreciate you watching them. I put a lot of time and work into those. Those videos easily are the most time-consuming thing I do on this channel besides live streaming. Doug give me buckets, fakes the three, pulls it down, kicks it over to Josh Rich, gets it Bassey. Bassey blows it. He blew the dunk. Ball went in and out. Wow. I'm speechless. He blew a dunk. Well, that's when you know it's not your night. If you're missing dunks at the rim. McDermott, quick pull-up three, very much off balance. Bassey with the offensive putback, that's no good. KBD with the offensive board, he gets the putback. Nice effort by KBD. Luke, 17 straight game with Luka. Oh, he's been on fire. I like Jay Rich Truecker, but yeah, he's not long-term plans. Definitely not. Back to 9 points. Rough night for the Spurs. A rough quarter, excuse me, not rough night. Rough quarter. A nice steal. KBD, Euro step into the paint. Gets blocked from behind. Jay Rich with the putback. All right. Spurs on a low 4 run. The wheels fall off. They feel like they may have a little bit filled, but maybe they're putting them back on. I hope they're putting them back on. Nobody stands up in those seats I'm going to be sitting in. Am I going to be weird, Spurs fans, if I'm like pumping my fist and jumping out of my seat? Like everybody's looks like they're always sitting down. Bones drives to the hoop, doesn't get the shot, but he does get fouled going to the line for 2. I thought Doug was 6'7". I don't know. Trade Jay Rich for a free orange soda and trade Doug for a high for Michael Jordan. What? Kevin Love a little. Guy like him. You're not saying get Kevin Love. I was going to say he's for where this team is going. We don't want a guy that old in his career. They'll love you acting crazy. I think it'd be funny if one of the Spurs players turned around and if I'm yelling something stupid like dunk the ball, Jakob. Probably going to at some point. Down south pulls up for 3. Good! Can Dalvasell start taking over the game? Dunk the ball, Jakob! Oh, I'm going to have so much fun. And I'm not going to have a voice. Devin with only 13 points tonight. He's had a quiet night. 4 of 11 from the field. I think he hit his first shot of the game, and then he only been 3 of 10 since. Was spectacular the last 2 games, but a little bit back to earth in this game. Michael Porter Jr. gets rejected by Charles Bassey. Still Nuggets ball. Quick pull up J is no good, and that's going to be a 24-second violation. Charles Bassey with the big block. You ain't going to be weird. Those people that go into the game just sit on their butt are weird and boring. Russ and second-round picks for Josh and Doug. I don't want Russell Westbrook. Brook. I want to put Brook back on his name because he's been playing well off the bench. So he's earned, he's at least earned that in my opinion. They'll acknowledge you if you yell their names. If I yell, I love you, Kelvin, would that be weird? It's going to all be positivity from me. I love the team. I'm not going to trash our guys. I'm going to be rooting for them. Dougie drives and the layup, and he misses it. And Charles Bassey tries a putback dunk, missed it. He does not have any ups, apparently. Bones with a long 3 at the end, and that's going to do it for the quarter. Seriously, what's up with Charles Bassey? Does he have no ups? Missed the dunk. Looked like he was going for a putback there and was 6 inches short of putting it in. What's up with my man? Spurs at least got the lead down. The Nuggets were up by 12 at one point in the third quarter. Just a few minutes ago, for that matter. The Spurs at least, fighting. Russell Westbrook staying in. Yeah, probably Carlos. Who are our top 3 Spurs on the current roster? In no particular order, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell. Jakob's probably our third best player, or in that top 3. He's obviously inconsistent offensively and very limited offensively, but he still does a lot for the team. And great with pick and rolls. Who has the potential to be up on that list? I think Blake Wesley has really won me over in limited action this year. I think he could really be a very good player for this team. I don't know if he's a starting point guard of the future. Time will tell. Jeremy Sohan has shown us some, moments. And the thing is, these guys are so young. They're only 19, so it's way too early to tell. They could develop into something. They could develop into nothing. Oh, all-time Spurs? In order, top 3. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, George Gervin. I would find with Quinn Snyder being our head coach. Whoever the Spurs pick, I'll be on board and hope they do the best. Liberty Flames beat Richmond in college hoop, 104-38. Hey, sir from the 6, how you doing, man? Hopefully you are well. It feels weird not seeing you streaming live with the rest of us, but I know you said work is just absolutely busy for you. Porter Jr., he looked good tonight. By the way, to answer your question, he's looked really good. I'm sure if you have some time, you'll come back to streaming, but hey, life always comes first, man. I get it. I think I told you in one of your videos I took 3 months off. Best thing I ever did. And I'm limiting myself to 3 streams a week. I know you were going ham when you were streaming. You were doing 7 days a week, sometimes double headers, man. So I can understand if you're taking, some time off and just doing your thing at work too. Lived in San Antonio during the 90s. The baseline bums and fans were intense. D-Rob is what got me to the game. 1990-ish, late 90, early 91. I don't know the exact time frame. But he's the reason I'm a Spurs fan, and the reason I'm into the NBA and basketball is the reason I might not be dead. Still a story I need, a basketball video I need to share with you guys at some point. The basketball saved my life video. I just don't know where I would put that and if it would be appropriate for the channel. But it is a basketball story. It is sports related. All-time best Spurs team? I think a lot of people say 2014. Because you had Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan when they were still, they're older, but still, able to play. And then you had becoming prime Kawhi at that point. KBD gets blocked in the paint. So missed by Bassey, missed by KB after we get the offensive board, and it's going to be Nuggets ball. I do like the 2003 team. Granted, Robinson was older at this point, but you had Prime Duncan. You had Robinson in his last year, but you also had a young and upcoming Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. So I think that team, as far as personnel, is my favorite roster because of those four players. But 14 might be, man, 14. We didn't lose that championship to the Heat. Vassell into the paint misses the layup. That would have been our only back to back too. That's the one thing the Spurs didn't have with that Tim Duncan Big Three dynasty is never got a back to back. Stupid Ray Allen. Porter Jr. The ball, they get the ball around to Bones Highland. Bones Highland wheeling, dealing, spinning around, and almost turns the ball over. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Doug McDermott. Break is, yeah, you deserve break, man. You were a streaming machine, so respect, man. I was like that my first year on YouTube doing sports in 2019, and I stopped doing that pretty darn quick. And now I'm just really just streaming Spurs games, the NBA draft, and that's about it. Life's come first, and you got a lot going on, and you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Spurs need to move on from now. KPD is a great. He's a good role player. You love Ray Allen. How dare you? And a miss. And I was looking away at the chat. I think we have an offensive foul on the Nuggets. It's going to be Spurs ball, down by 5. Close game. Close game for the Lakers. Down 76 to 70. Still in the first half. Did I see that right? No. Spurs with 16 turnovers. The Nuggets with 15. Speaking of KBD, he's in the post right now. Bones Highland gets knocked on his butt. We might have an offensive foul on the Spurs. We do. I didn't see who knocked him down. Oh, it was Josh Richardson, apparently. Let's see what happened on the foul. Yeah, Richardson kind of threw his shoulder into him, created the contact. They're going to whistle you for that. So that was a good call. He did do that. Robinson, yeah, the Spurs were the organization heading in the wrong direction. That ball's knocked out of bounds, going to stay with the Nuggets. The Mavs are winning right now, and they have a superstar in Luka Doncic. That the big issue with the Spurs right now is one, they have a losing record the last 3 years, but also we don't have a superstar right now. It is Nuggets ball. Bruce Brown, pull up jumper, no good, and a huge putback by DeAndre Jordan. He throws it down with 2 hands. Blake Wesley, he's out for like 7 more weeks. MCL injury. And yes, Jay Rich running the point is not optimal, but we need guards. Speaking of Jay Rich, almost turned the ball over. Did turn the ball over. Jay Rich is not a point guard. He's a wing. He can play the 2 and 3. He's being forced into an unnatural position because we lost 2 point guards. Joshua Primo was waived. Thought he was going to be running the show possibly for the future. Blake Wesley injured, so we're short on guards. He's got all day to shoot that 3. He will, and he'll miss. Jeff Green could make a sandwich while he was back there waiting to shoot that 3. Jay Rich with the ball right now, out to Devin Vassell. Vassell having not having a very good night. Vassell drops off to McDermott, 12 on the shot clock. McDermott back to Charles Bassey, who's getting some real time with Zach Collins out with an injury. Now a foul on the Nuggets. Sohan played point guard? Oh, Trey Jones can't be playing 40 minutes. Got the Spurs +8, so I'm joining in for two. All right, Andy, thank you for stopping in. We can, Carlos. I don't think people really like basketball in San Antonio. I'm just going to be really curious the reaction of the crowd. Now, granted, a lot of the folks in the stands have probably been to multiple Spurs games. I'm going to be going to my first game in Texas. Jay Rich gets blocked, Nuggets ball. So I'm probably more amped up than the average fan out there. Alley oop attempt, no good. Too much alley, not enough oop to DeAndre Jordan. It is Spurs ball on the turnover. Devin Vassell will bring it up for San Antonio, drops it up to Jay Rich. Jay Rich over to Trey Jones, back to Jay Rich. And Vassell's going to launch a 3 after the pass, and it's going to bounce around a couple times and not go in. Jeff Green with the rebound. Under 9 minutes to go, the Spurs down by 7. Oh, somebody asked about the guy with the yellow shoes. That's Charles Bassey. And a turnover in the paint for the Nuggets. Spurs with the ball. No fast break. Nuggets getting back in transition. Although Trey Jones sprints by that transition and gets a layup. Nice job by Trey Jones, proving me wrong. The fans are boring. I won't be boring. Ningnan, I did mention Trey Jones was showing me elements of Tony Parker's game. I have said that openly on the channel. And he's hitting a 3-0. We have a timeout. The NBA pass timed out. I came back in and I see my man Coyote shooting off some t-shirts. Oh, that was you. Who is this Bassey? We signed him a few weeks ago. One of the Spurs signings. I don't know who he played for before the Spurs. I didn't really do any research on him. A little hand raise is making me laugh so, Veronica. Hey. Indiana Pacers are a sneaky team. Is he a 5? Carlos Bassett the 5th? Is he really a 5? Shut the front door. Come on now. 76ers, that's right. I knew somebody waived him. I couldn't remember who had him on the team. I mean, he's looked okay at points tonight, but he blew a dunk. Blew 2 of them, actually. One was very difficult in traffic, but it makes me question, does he have the ups to be a powerful dunker? Coyote doing his thing. Masagua. Can we steal a win here? The Nuggets obviously are going to be favored as. Come on, can we sneak 2 wins out of this week? Playing the Grizzlies have done a number on us of late, so I don't have a lot of faith in Wednesday night's game. But maybe we can steal this one. Maybe take the Bucks on Friday. Be pretty nice. We go 2-1 this week. As he plays like Tim Duncan in the G League, but the Zaza Pachulia. Ouch. Who? Well, I mean, Lucas Samanic was killing it in the G League, and then was it 96, 93? My NBA pass timed out. I came back, and apparently I've been launched into the future again. It's 96, 93. Yeah, John Morant. Well, it usually owned. Let's be honest, destroyed DeJounte Murray, who's no longer on the team. That being said, if we put Trey Jones on him, I don't have a lot of faith. Trey Jones is going to be. I have no faith. Trey Jones is going to be able to stop John Morant. So yeah, he probably go off for 40. Jamal Murray pull up jumper, good. Spurs haven't had an answer for that shot. I am attending a bobblehead game, GNN Studios. December 2nd is my favorite player of all time, David Robinson's bobblehead night, which is why I'm going. Hopefully they give out the bobbles that night. That would be so awesome. Offensive foul on the Spurs. That's on Kelvin Johnson. We can't afford to be doing that, guys. Not in the fourth quarter when you're down by 5. Can't just be giving up the ball like that. Or did he travel? I don't know what the hell happened. Well, that's okay. The Nuggets turn it right back over. So, Spurs ball. Trey Jones drives into the paint. Out to Josh Rich. Jay Rich with the 3. Good! We got 2-point games, Spurs fans, and the 3 Nuggets fans in the chat. Good evening, Evan. Shot is on another level. Oh, you got your eyes. Okay. First 10,000. I'll be in there first 10,000, no doubt. Excited. And Trey Jones almost with the steal, but it's got another kick. I don't think I've seen this many kickballs in a game ever. All I do is see balls getting kicked left and right. That's not very entertaining. Nobody wants to see balls being kicked left or right. Right? No? Kickballs, guys. Kickballs. We are definitely still in this. Bones Highland into the paint. Runner. Swish. Bones Highland's been having a very good night off the bench for the Nuggets. Yes. Yes. I'm back to doing 2 a day since being injured. I'm trying to get toned up too. The gun. I don't have anything really here right now, but I'm back to 2 a day, and it feels great to be working out again and eating healthier. That was a long summer, a long road to recovery, but I'm there. Trey Jones whips it out to Kellen Johnson, open for three. Good! 1 point game. Are they good, Evan? Because they fired their coach, Adrian. And now a steal by Trey Jones, off to the races, drive to the hoop. Spurs with the lead, baby! Finally, the crowd is up and standing and cheering. We got timeout? No timeout. 6 minutes to go. This team is scrappy. Jamal Murray, one-on-one with Sohan. Nice move. Bucket in the paint. 102, 101, 5:40 to go in the game. A tightly contested game. You know, even the Spurs do lose this, which I hope they don't. They've been fighting all night, and that's all I want to see from this team is give us a fight. Pirtle at the hoop with the dish from Jay Rich. Throws up the little Olay. Got the ball! That's all I got. All right, I'm good. That's going to be me at the game. They'll probably come up and punch me in the face. No, I won't. Jokic in the paint. Post. Drives. Gets around Jakob. Throws up the layup. Ooh, difficult shot. Good. 104, 103. 5 minutes to go. Man, that'll wake up your neighbors, right? Screaming at 11:30 at night. And now a turnover by the Spurs. Costly turnover. Bounce pass is almost intercepted. It's going to go off of Bruce Brown. Spurs ball. Sorry, could not. I haven't blown anybody's ears out in a long time. Good evening, Crawford. Well, we got a close, tightly contested game. Nuggets up 104, 103. The Spurs have kind of held Jokic in check tonight. That's no easy task. One of the best players in the, obviously one of the best players in the NBA. Kellen Johnson open for three. He's going to take the three. Oh, I think that was partially blocked. That was an air ball. 4.5 minutes to go. Still a 1 point game. Jokic. Dish it off to Murray. Murray's been very difficult with the Spurs. Have had a handful with him tonight. Ball's going to get poked out of bounds by Sohan, and it'll stay with the Nuggets 12 on the shot clock. You think he looks tired? Ryan, I don't know. Hopefully we cover it in regards to we win, and then that would be considered covering the spread. Was the spread only 3.5? I'm actually kind of surprised. Considering Nuggets just whooped us the other day. Jokic gets triple teamed, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't have the sound on. I think the call may have gone against the Nuggets, or maybe a jump ball. I'm not sure what the call is. He got blocked. Sohan, Vassell, and Jakob all over Jokic. Triple team action. Hey, smoke him if you got him. Jump ball. Jakob Pertl and Nikola Jokic. Like he's had 3 hours of sleep. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. We have city editions that I'm not a fan of them. He's got MVP fatigue. That's fair. Smoke him if you got him. All right, come on, Spurs. It'd be nice to start the week off with a win. We only have 103 thumbs up. Can we get to at least 150? All the Spurs live streams have gotten to at least 150. We are way off the mark right here. Obviously, if the team wins, that may help with the thumbs up, but I certainly would appreciate that if you can. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And yeah, we do have a lot of jerseys, Veronica. We got the throwbacks, we got the cities, and then there's the pixelated one. I think those are the three. Jakob Pertl, nice bounce pass to a cutting Kellen Johnson. Johnson with a very difficult body adjustment bucket. 4 minutes to go. Spurs retake the lead. A very clean fourth quarter, by the way. The refs not blowing the whistle. Only 2 fouls on the Nuggets, 1 foul on the Spurs. I hope that stays like that for the rest of the game as Kellen Johnson just got to the 30-point mark. Woo! Beautiful behind-the-back pass to Jokic. I think that was Murray. Jokic with the dunk, and the Nuggets are back up by 1. Yeah, right? Murray's been very difficult for the Spurs tonight. Very. KJ with the ball right now will drop it off to Devin Vassell. 3:33 to go. 1 point game, 8 on the shot clock. Devin Vassell drives into the paint. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones back to the Vassell. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Nuggets ball. Tony. For the Jamal Murray's been playing very well for the Nuggets. Porter Jr.'s had some good moments. Jokic has been quiet for his normal MVP standards. Bones Highland's been very good off the bench for the Nuggets. For the Spurs, Keldon Johnson's having a really good night. Jay Rich has had a good bounce back night. And KCP with a 3, and that one hurts. The Spurs down by 4 with 3 minutes to go. Trying to think who's really had a good night for the Spurs. Kellen's had the big night. As a starter, scoring wise, it's been Kellen. Trey Jones had some nice moments tonight. You got to give credit to Jakob Poeltl for helping contain Jokic. And the Spurs turned the ball over. Does Trey have 20 points? Does he really? You can call him the Batman. We have a timeout. I see what you did there. Who are you? I'm Batman. Timeout under 3 minutes to go. Spurs down by 4. They were just up, but the Nuggets very resilient. Very, very resilient in this game. We'll see what happens over the next few minutes. There's no NBA games tomorrow, really? Because everybody's playing tonight? Is that the deal? With every game, every team playing tonight. No games for tomorrow? That's really weird. Oh, no, it's not. Election day. No, it's not. Not surprised the NBA's been promoting voting throughout the game tonight, so I can see them not have why they wouldn't have any games tomorrow. Yeah, you just said you South Jam voting. Yep. Do I think the games are rigged? Not at all. What's up, Michael? Yep, no games on election day. Makes sense. I'll be going to do my part right after work. I'm actually going to walk to vote because where the voting is in my town, I can walk to it. It's only like 0.7 miles away. I was like, why drive? The parking lot will probably be jacked. Just go, well, when I got to work, go walk over. I didn't realize he had 20 and 9. Luka, nice. His scoring, he has been on fire this year. I checked his stats actually earlier today. I think he's shooting like 67% from the field. And isn't Luka Doncic still only like 24 or 25? Or is he even younger? Is he 23, 24? He's very young. Nuggets have an 84% chance of winning. Well, John Lou, I didn't need to know that. How old is Luka, guys? Anybody know? James, whatever. I'll be saying, how about them Cowboys when you get knocked out of the playoffs in the first round again? It's a tradition. Not trolling. It's been a fact for the better part of over 2 decades. I may be late, but a glitch on the Powerball for the really a glitch. 1.9. Like is he only 23? Gosh, as I said 24, 25. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think he's 24, 25. I think he's like 23, 24. He's that young and just Austin, how can I have faith in your Cowboys? I mean, granted, I'm a Giants fan. Like them losing in the playoffs is constant as a Northern Star. You guys play in the playoffs like my Giants have played in the regular season the last decade. I like the fighting spirit of Spurs too. They have talent. I just don't know if they have the guy. But Keldon with 30 points tonight, his second 30-point game this year, he's been very good. I think he's a little under oh man, we cannot stop Jamal Murray as he blows by the Spurs defense, gets into the paint, and the Nuggets now up by 6. I'll do $50 if the Giants make it further in the playoffs than the Cowboys. Hold me to it. If they lose in the same round, no. I don't want to. Devin Vassell pull-up jumper. I'm not gonna. Yeah, what is up with the Utah Jazz being good? Now there's a team I thought was in full tank mode, trading Rudy Gobert, trading Devin Mitchell, and all of a sudden they're winning. Jokic is open for three, pulls it down as Jakob gets back on defense. Ball's going to be swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Nuggets with 2:05 remaining. They have 6 on the shot clock. They're up by 3. Jordan Clarkson, yep. I will never be on Team Tank. What's up, Nuggets fans? I see a couple people mention go Nuggets. Jokic pull up in the paint, no good. A fight for the board, and Jakob Poeltl will come down with the rebound. Spurs have a chance to cut this lead to 1 under 2 minutes to go. Vassell over to Trey Jones. Spurs got their starters. Nope. Jeremy Sohan is not in. Josh Richardson's closing the game. Sohan not a good shooter and terrible at the line, so I get the substitution. Vassell over to Josh Rich. Jay Rich starts to take off. Pull up from the free throw line is good. We have a 1-point game. Spurs and Nuggets fans. Twist it up. Thank you for stopping in. Do we have the easiest schedule? The Giants? I'll take it. We need it. We sucked the last few years. We sucked the last decade. Jay Rich with 22 points. You guys asked who's been playing well. Josh Rich, don't like him running point guard for us, but he, as far as a scorer, he's still very good. Jokic, little jumper in the paint is short. And a fight for the board, and the Nuggets will get the rebound. Ooh, costly missed rebound by the Spurs. And then it's stolen by, nope, almost stolen by Jay Rich. Nuggets get the ball back. Jamal Murray for 3, in and out and off the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's off a Spur. The Spurs can't get a rebound to save their life. My clock's ahead. I don't know how to put 1 minute on it. I don't think I can. I put 79. Oh, that worked. All right. And we're going to have a timeout. There's 1:11 left in the game. The Nuggets are up by 1. They are going to have the ball back. They just missed a plethora of shots, but they kept getting second and third chance opportunities. Spurs cannot corral a defensive rebound. I don't like this late. It's 11:37 p.m. where I am, which is not bad. All things considered, this has been a quick game. It started at 9:30. It'll probably be over in the next 6 or 7 minutes. This is a nail-biter, Thomas. By the way, for my Spurs fans here, go Spurs, go! If you could hit the thumbs up, would appreciate you. Still trying to get to 150 thumbs up before the night is over, because if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you here. Try Norris! Right, Selena? Yeah, I'm talking about. Anyway, 4:30 in the UK. Yeah, that's late. Mickey, I don't know. Well, this is an 8:30 game for the San Antonio crowd, which is actually a little late for them. Usually the Spurs games start at 8 o'clock Central Time. Even this year, maybe a little early, around 7:30. So having the game start this late is a bit of an anomaly. It is what it is. Show the game? Okay, Dylan. Big game! Triple H! A beep! A beep! Spurs need, they need a stop. They need a freaking defensive rebound. No scores in the chat. It's an instant timeout. It is Nuggets ball. I don't know if you're trolling that, but I'm on Roku, so there's a little delay in the NBA pass. Jamal Murray, who the Spurs have had trouble with all night, gets over to Jokic. Jokic one-on-one with Poeltl, 4 on the shot clock. Jokic pull-up jumper is good. 113, 109. Devin Vassell out in three-point land. Gets it over to Josh Richardson. Richardson into the paint. Turns it over. That could be the dagger right there. Josh Richardson with an extremely costly turnover. 10 on the shot clock. Jamal Murray, one-on-one with KJ. Pick and roll with Jokic. Murray whips it into a wide-open Aaron Gordon in the paint. That one hurt. Timeout. I may have hit the button by accident. Thank you, Veronica. Just probably did us that. We're down 6 with 30 seconds left. I've seen crazier things happen. Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in 10 seconds. Tracy McGrady, of course. But we don't have players to that level right now. Wow. Another game that you feel like, you just if a couple things zigged when they should have zagged, they were in a better position. Oh yeah, I'm gonna back the team. I'm proud with, Kelvin had a great game tonight. The guys fought hard. The Nuggets have a much more complete roster than we do, and we're only down by 6. It was 11 points in 9 seconds with Tracy McGrady. It was crazy, whatever it was. Now the tank talk's coming out. This would be 4 losses in a row, which would suck. Let's be honest. Well, I think it would suck. Some of you might be happy about that. I'm not as a Spurs fan seeing us lose 4 in a row. The only silver lining, I guess, to us losing, besides maybe having a high draft pick if the losses continue, is the tickets that I need to get for my trip to San Antonio might be cheaper because people might start checking out on the team. Vassell, quick 3-point shot on the inbound pass, no good. That's going to do it. Yep, Spurs aren't fouling. Well, the Spurs only have 1 foul. A little full court action. Jokic fouled around the mid court line. Yeah. Good game, Nuggets fans. Dang. Thought we had a legit. We had a legit shot at this one. I mean, it's not like we got destroyed. Another foul on the Spurs. Whoops. 10 seconds left in the game. Yeah, this game's over. Good effort. Denver's got a really stacked roster, so nothing to be ashamed of tonight. Looking at the end of game stats, I think we're going to see a few guys that we needed more production out of. I mean, you got a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic on the team, and we don't even have an all-star. And we held in there, so good effort. Nothing to be ashamed of. 10 seconds to go, and we're in a timeout for whatever reason. Okay. Oh, yeah, much better than a total beatdown because we've seen that this year. I would much rather this than what we saw against the Raptors on Wednesday. That I don't want to see ever. And that is the final. All right, well, valiant effort by our Spurs. We'll run it again Wednesday against the Grizzlies, and man, the Grizzlies have had our number. I guess the question is, can we contain the rest of the team? Because Jean Morant's obviously going to get his. If you guys get the thumbs up on the way out, I appreciate it. It does help the channel. And let's go over some final game statistics for our Spurs and for the Nuggets. Well, Lakers are getting crushed by the Jazz now by 14. Wow, that is a really high-scoring game. 101-87 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. What the heck is happening in Utah? Where the heck is the Spurs score? There it is. All right, for the Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. with 24. Aaron Gordon with only 9. Quite nice. Nikola Jokic with 26, 8 and 10, 2 rebounds short of a triple-double, plus 2 steals, plus 3 blocks. Yep, he had a pretty big night. KCP with 11, Jamal Murray with 19, Bones Highland with 14, Bruce Brown 2, Jeff Green 4, DeAndre Jordan with 4 points, and Christian Braun with none. For the San Antonio Spurs, Keldon Johnson, he had 30 points, which is great. He did finish with 6 turnovers. I don't like that. The team in total had 24 turnovers. God, that's terrible. That's way too many turnovers. Josh Richardson and Keldon both had 6 turnovers each. Not to mention Jakob, Devin, Trey all had 3 as well. That's way. Turn the ball over. Maybe we win this game. But damn, that is way too many turnovers. Jeremy Sohan, 2 points. Jakob Poeltl with 4 points and 9 rebounds. We need more than 4 points out of Jakob Poeltl if we're going to win games. That's just not going to cut it. 4 points. Demisel with 17 had a really rough shooting night though, only 6 of 17. Trey Jones really solid tonight. A very quiet 20 points, but he had 20 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, shot 9 of 13 from the floor. Probably one of his best games of the year. Dougie McBuckets with 9, KBD with 2, Josh Richardson with 22 points off the bench, which is fantastic, but those 6 turnovers, that really hurts. Charles Bassey, 3 points, 8 rebounds in his first real action that's not garbage time, and then Isaiah Roby showed up and got a foul in his 2 minutes. That is way too many turnovers. 24 turnovers. I mean, we get rid of 4 or 5 careless turnovers there, we probably win the game. But it is what it is. We're running again Wednesday against the Grizzlies. I'll be live for that, and hopefully we can put an end to this freaking losing streak. I gotta get to bed. It's 11:45 where I am. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!